Another religion that emerged in China was Daoism. It emerged in a similar time period as Confucianism, which the founder was Lao Tzu. As the story goes, he used to work in the government as a record keeper, but seeing so much corruption, he fled. And before he could enter the area of Tibet, people forced him to write down his teachings. And in 3 days, the Daoism, the text of Daoism, was created. He handed it over, and then he rode off on his water buffalo. It's an epic story. Obviously, this part of the story is a bit more difficult to corroborate, but the Daoism is still in use today. What is the big idea of Daoism? Which also, just so you know, it can be spelled with a T and said as Taoism. Taoists believe there is a force that runs all throughout the natural world. This is known as the Tao, or the Way. Humans' jobs are to become one with the force and then follow the way, and then become Jedis. Okay, maybe I added that part. But let's be real. The language of Daoism sounds like the backstory to Star Wars. The Force, being one with the Tao. All we're missing is Luke and Yoda and Darth Vader, and we're there. Daoism believes that there are two forces that are represented in the yin and the yang. Two opposite but complementary principles. Dark and light. Male and female. Active and passive. Again, dark side, light side, we're on to you, George Lucas. In regards to the deities or the gods besides the Tao, they do believe in other spiritual beings and in the mystical world. The idea of immortality is a part of the Taoist belief. Taoists burn incense, and they do have priests as well. What is unique about the beliefs in Daoism is that, unlike Confucianism, where they seek to end the fighting and the disorder of society, the Taoist answer, much like the story of Lao Tzu and the water buffalo riding into the sunset, is just not to care. They should withdraw from political and social activism into the world of nature and live a simple life. I mean Yoda, right? Well, I guess until he trains Luke, and then they harness the Force, and they take on Darth Vader, but I'll stop. Return of the Jedi was my favorite movie as a child. So another thing to know is that acupuncture was actually created by Taoists as a way to connect with a person's qi, the energy source which from what all life comes. Again, a quick nod to Iron Fist on Netflix and how Danny was trying to find his qi. I'm done. Okay, so Taoism remains mostly an Asian religion and spread throughout East Asia in mostly just China and Korea. Despite a very patriarchal society, the idea of female being complementary to male is in the idea of the yin and the yang. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in and enduring all of my movie and TV comparisons. If you find this information helpful, give us a like, subscribe below, or also check out the other videos in this series about world religions.